Welcome back to the channel, everyone, and if you're new, welcome. I'm DarkHour717. Recently we did a survey of the favorite and least favorite size 2 ships of the verse, and we decided to do another survey of what the favorite and least favorite large class ships were in the verse as well. We put a survey out asking on YouTube and the Discord to get everyone's opinions, and this time we would be looking at large ships that fall into the range of the Vanguard, MSR, 400i, and similar ships. These, for the most part, are utilizing the size 2 components and occasionally a size 3 or 4 possibly mixed in, not including, of course, our vessels in the range of the 600i and above. The results were very interesting, to say the least. Join as we take a look at the top 5 of these ships, and remember, if you like these types of videos, hit the like and subscribe button, as it really does help us get the videos out to more people, and I really do appreciate the support. Also, make sure to stick around to the end of the video to see how you can get entered in for a chance to win a Drake Cutter starter pack. Number 5, the Mercury Star Runner. In the number 5 spot, we have the Crusader Industries Mercury Star Runner, or better known as the MSR. This ship is the first to come into the verse with a heavy influence from one of sci-fi's most iconic ships. With circular hallways, ample cargo space, and even a smuggler's shielded and hidden storage area, it even includes hidden underfloor walkways that have secret entrances into rooms throughout the ship. The MSR was a much-loved addition to the verse that has proven itself useful in more than one way. The ability to handle a variety of cargo in its 114 SCU of space, it can also accommodate a number of different support and industrial vehicles from Cyclones, hoverbikes, Rock, and Rock DS, and even a P-52 Merlin or an Archimedes. Crusader Industries did not build the MSR to be a one-trick pony though. Outside of its ample cargo space, in the future it's going to offer advanced scanning, as well as smuggling capabilities, and the ability to be a bounty or search and rescue ship with its ability to be multi-crewed. Though not the most heavily armed, it does perform well with its pilot-controlled dual CF337 Panther repeaters and 2 dual CF337 Panther repeater man turrets. These are actually located on the top and 1 on the bottom. This plus 2 Arrestor 3 missiles and 4 Tempest 2 missiles, it can do well in a fight when fully crewed, though it is lacking when flown solo. The MSR definitely has an earned position in this top 5 favorites of the verse, including its several appearances in the ship showdown over the last couple years. Number 4, the Drake Cutlass Black. The Drake Cutlass Black is like a fine aged wine, a wine that is actually covered in dust and is barely held together in its broken bottle by duct tape, but fine and aged either way. A longtime favorite of the verse, the Drake Cutlass Black is the king of entry-level versatility. While the Avenger Titan does offer versatility in a starter pack, the Cutlass Black takes it to the next level. With 46 SCU of cargo space, this ship allows far more than the Avenger's 8 SCU and only 20 SCU less than the Freelancer. Where the Cutlass Black makes that difference up is in its maneuverability and improved fighting capability with multi-crew. Excellent for use as a multi-crew bounty ship, it also excels as a solo bounty fighter, while also offering ability to haul vehicles like the Cyclone and the Rock, the latter making it a prime industrial ship and ground miner. The Cutty Black also far outperforms its own sister ship, the Drake Cutlass Steel, as a dropship, offering much more space to carry ground support vehicles with a far lower cost as far as a pledge and only slightly higher in-game purchase price. The Drake Cutlass Black is one of the long-running favorites in the verse and has also been the base for more than just the Cutlass Steel, as it's also been utilized for the base of the Cutlass Red, a medical variant which offers 2 Class 1 medical beds, and the Blue, an interceptor and prisoner transport variant. The ship is also one of the most popular used by pirates of Stanton for its ease of use and repair. The Drake Cutlass Black landing on this list is just a given, as it is the most loved ship held together by duct tape and a prayer. We all love this Drake champion for sure. And like other entries on this list, it has made an appearance in the ship showdown numerous times. Number 3, the Origin 400i. In all honesty, it is quite a surprise that this landed on the list, and is the biggest surprise of all for me. The Origin 400i has had its share of controversy, first introduced during CitizenCon in 2021, or in verse 2951. The ship had already established itself as a meme, starting out as the Origin 404, and that was before its actual release. With concepts being seen or leaked, many were quick to give their opinion of the design and its fishhook nose. Announced and straight to flyable though, the design was actually well received once it was actually in the verse. But after backers got their hands on it, many came to question the design and the fact that the cargo area underneath was more limited than originally thought, and not being able to carry a rock, it really was limited to just certain cyclones. With several quick revisions though and testing, and redesigned back to the original release, the 400i finally settled into its own, many coming to accept it the way that it was. Sleek and sharp in its design, it is still found to be very much a love-hate relationship with most backers, though more have come to love it. The ship itself does make a great org or team transport with its ability to carry a couple of STVs or even a couple of mules or a single cyclone. It does have some decent versatility for bunkers and other missions. The dedicated X1 bay in the nose, though, does remain mostly unusable until the bike's released, though. As a multi-crew ship, it does well and has adequate defense with 6 size 3 CF337 Panther repeaters, 2 pilot-controlled and 2 dual remote turrets alongside 16 Strike Force 2 missiles and 16 Marksman 1 missiles. It can hold its own, though as a solo pilot, your best course of action is using its top afterburn speed of 1,250 meters per second to leave a hostile area. The 400i is one that has grown on me and has become a ship I like having, and it also had one of the closest ship showdown races this year against the 600i, although it did lose, so it's nice to see it earn a spot on the list here. Number 2, the Aegis Redeemer. Another ship that had its share of controversy and quarreling, the Aegis Redeemer is a ship that comes in at number 2, unique and unto itself, being the only ship to start its design as a backer-designed ship. Designed by a group of backers called the Four Horsemen, consisting of Paul DeLacy, Tobias Frank, and David Simon. Yes, there's only 3 of them, so I'm not sure why they called themselves the Four Horsemen, but theirs was the design that won the next great starship competition. After sitting undeveloped for a lengthy period of time, the design went through some adjustments to fit the aesthetics of Aegis, but overall closely retained its original look. It made its debut in game in 2022, or 2952 inverse, one of the only ships in this category that utilizes actual size 3 and size 4 components with its shield and its power plant. It has had a few bumps in the road due to its abilities being adjusted a number of times after launch, including its turret speed and rate of fire. While the version we have today is much more accepted, the road getting to what we have was definitely bumpy. The Redeemer does perform as expected though, as a flying tank that is armed to the teeth. Outfitted with pilot-controlled dual C788 ballistic cannons, it also has 2 man turrets with dual AD-5B ballistic Gatling guns, and 2 remote turrets with dual M5A laser cannons. Saying it is loaded for bear is a vast understatement. Add to that the size 3 shield generator and a size 4 power plant, it is truly a flying tank in every sense of the word, and it can easily deal death in spades. Though less formidable as a solo pilot, it can still hold its own as it sports 16 Strike Force 2 missiles at the pilot's fingertips. Its sweet spot really is in its multi-crew use though, and when you run into one of these, you only hope it's not searching for you. The Redeemer more than earns its place here on our list, as well as its place in finishing up in the ship showdown. So what does end up in the number 1 spot for our list today? Well, it's none other than the actual ship showdown winner of 2953, the Drake Corsair. Yes, the number 1 spot goes to yet another long-awaited ship in the verse, the Drake Corsair. Drake's entry into the exploration realm actually proves itself useful in more than just exploration and finding new areas. It also easily proves itself to be a king amongst large fighters. The second ship from Drake to make this list, a lot of the same thing people love about the Cutty Black is expanded upon with the Corsair. Originally designed to compete directly against the RSI Constellation class ships, the Corsair succeeds in its designer's goals. Providing 72 SCU of cargo space, it gives ample cargo room to compete with even the Freelancer and carry ground vehicles such as the Ursa, the Lynx, the Cyclones, or even a combination of hover bikes. It is also large enough you can load a Pisces into its cargo area and still close the rear hatch. Alongside with these capabilities, the Corsair is heavily armed for multi-crew use in bounties, bunkers, and beacons. With 4 M6A laser cannons and 2 size 4 M5A laser cannons at the pilot's control, it also has 2 manned turrets and 1 remote turret with dual CF227 laser repeaters and a full complement of 8 size 3 Arrestor 3 missiles. Whether for self-defense or direct attacks, the Corsair is built to withstand and deal damage. This has taken versatility to an entirely new level, so much so that it did overall win the 2953 ship showdown and has clearly earned the top spot amongst the most loved ships in this category on our list today. And that concludes the top 5 ships as voted on by the YouTube and Discord communities. Let me know what your thoughts are and what is your top favorites, or even what your least favorites are. You'll be able to catch our least favorites in the next video, but until then, remember you can catch the stream every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time on Twitch. And if you want to get entered in for a chance to win a Drake Cutter starter pack, just subscribe here and leave a comment on any video before the end of September. You can also get a second entry simply by following over on Twitch. If you do want to help support the channel, check out the merch store or give a super thanks here. It's all very much appreciated as it does go back to provide for the giveaways. Thank you again for watching. Please be safe out there, and we will hopefully see you in the verse.